Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking. So if you're watching this video right now, please like the video. Just like it. It doesn't cost anything. Have you liked it? Okay. If you've liked it, have you subscribed? Subscribe. Okay, so guys, I'll be taking you through how to apply for an international student application for a community college. Guys, it is free of charge. Please do not use agency to apply to any community colleges. The process is straightforward when you're applying to the school, okay? So I'm going to use an example of Everett Community College here in Washington. Everett Community College here in Washington. So the first step you do, search for a community college where you're going to stay. For example, if you have a host in Texas, just Google community colleges in Texas. In Washington, we'll start with Everett. And in order for you to be accepted into the program by the embassy to actually approve your application, you can actually Google the acceptance rate for community college for this one, for Everett Community College. So we can see that the acceptance rate for this college is 100%. It means if 10 people apply to this college for any quarter or any semester, you're guaranteed 100% of the students will actually get admitted, whether it's international or local. Okay, so that's the first step. You identify a college, look for the acceptance rate online. If it's good, then you're good to go. Then you go to Everett Community College, the website itself. So this is the website for the school. If you can't find any portal here written international students, then you can go here. Future students, go to international students. Okay, apply now. And here is a simple process. By the way, you do not need any agent to apply for you. Everything here you apply through this website. They will email you back. They will tell you where to send the documents and everything. It is so free, yet people don't know. And that's why I want to share with you guys so that you can share with so many people. Just make sure you like the video. That's how YouTube is going to push this video to so many students or many prospective students who want to come to the US. Even if you're not a student, this video is good for you if you want to step in. And like I said, one of the best visas to get into the US or Canada is through a student visa. Okay, first of all, you're improving your skills, and you're also looking for the best way to come in here. So as we go through, we can see there's no application deadline for international students. However, you have to plan yourself. When do you want to join school? Is it in the fall, winter, or summer semesters? Okay. So the first step, as you see, we have the completed. You must have a completed application for the international student. You must have official transcript, especially if you're transferring, but still you must have your KCSE. This is from my country, your KCSE certificate that shows you've cleared high school, because here, before you go on to college, community college, you have to show that you've finished your high school education. Okay, so guys, here is another loophole for this kind of visa. It is only $40, non-refundable, only $40 to apply to the community college. And remember, the acceptance rate is 100%. So $40 is like $4K. Imagine when you apply for $4K and then you get admitted to this school. How exciting is that? Okay, you need to have your passport, a copy of your passport page. Your passport shouldn't expire within, especially your duration of study, the course that you've chosen. You need a bank statement for less than 6 months old with at least $22,538. This is like 2.2 M Kenya shillings. So basically, if you have a bank statement with at least 2.5 million Kenya shillings, which is 6 months, less than 6 months, you will be approved. And I know this is where there's a huge challenge for everyone. So, guys, look for someone who has this kind of money, who can support you. And they actually don't have to pay this money. This is just to show the embassy that you have, and to show the school also, to show that you can actually pay for yourselves for like at least 2 or 3 semesters. It does not mean this is the amount. I will share with you a video on the cheapest universities, not university, the cheapest community colleges you can actually get into as an international student. Okay, for transferring students, for this is for different kind of, if you are in school in this country, in another school, you're an international student and you want to go to this school, you must provide a copy of your I-20s, official transcript, and visa page. Okay, optional pages for this school. A good thing about this university, Everett Community College, does not even require TOEFL or GMAT or IELTS to apply for this. Okay, so English proficiency test, this is where you show, let's say, this is where they will ask you about your English language. So here's the thing. I saw something. As you can see, English proficiency is not required to be accepted. However, students who submit the following minimum scores will be placed directly into an English 101 or college high school program. English 101 is the first course you do, whether you have experience in English or not. And then there's also, here's a disclaimer for students coming to Everett Community College from a country outside the US where English is the primary language of instruction. That is our country, Kenya, or even Nigeria, or whatever, whichever country that has English as the primary language of instruction. Successfully completion of 1 year of academic classes will allow students to be placed into English 101. Okay, for me, I got into English 101 immediately. Of course, you have to show them that you also have previous education, or your high school was actually, you are taught in English. So you didn't imagine, you don't need TOEFL, you don't need GMAT. You see, we can see TOEFL here. We can see SAT here. We can see IELTS. Guys, and the IELTS score is 5.5. You don't need all this for this college. That is awesome. Okay, let's go back to the other form. So important dates for this this application. Like I had said, we have here important dates for when the classes begin, when you are supposed to pay your school fees, when you're supposed to start your class or end your class. That this is relevant when you start doing the classes, but you still have to know which semester you're coming into, because once your visa is granted by the embassy, you have to be admitted to school, or you have to arrive to the school before orientation. Okay. When you have all the documents above, all of them, these people will make sure they review your application within 48 hours. If it's incomplete, they will contact you. Imagine, how cool is that? Okay, all applications should be done in English. We accept faxed or scanned official documents, but we still need the original document if further verification is needed. All documents must be submitted for admission to be properly checked and will not be returned. So make sure you keep a copy of your documents. Okay, so once the student is admitted, the school will send you a letter of admission, I-20. And I-20 is what you go to the embassy with more information about arrival, homestay, and orientation. It is recommended that students check with their local embassy to check visa appointment application process, and this is where you obtain your visa. All right, paying for school fees, everything is paid through a credit card. Okay, there's nothing much here that you can there's nothing much down there. So right now, let's go to the application form. Guess what? This is it. A form that is like 4 or 5 pages. I think it's like 5, 6 pages. Yani, it's very pretty. It's very straightforward. You don't have to beat around the bush. This form, you just go and fill your name, the address. Remember, please submit your application to this address. I can tell you for a fact, here through the email is when they're going to contact you. Do not send your application through the email. Send it via DHL to this address, and it will go directly to the admission office, and they will review your application. And I think DHL takes about, I think, 5 days or a week to deliver your document. And it's not expensive. It depends with now the amount, the weight of the application papers that you've put inside there. And so this is what they're saying. To apply, please submit. Applicants must be 16 years of age by the program start date. So here is like you check in, completed application form, financial statement, must be official, less than 6 months, okay? Official transcript, $40 non-refundable fee. This one you'll pay online with your card. Copy of passport page, TOEFL if it is not needed. You see, it's written here. It is optional and not required, okay? Authorization for minors. If you're 18 and below, make sure your parent has signed a letter or something, or your parent is applying for you, you know. Transfer student, this is previous students who are already here. So your personal information is like, here is like you're saying you're a new student, you write your name, your last name, your date of birth, country of birth, citizenship. Are you currently in the US? For me, it's a yes. So for you, probably it's a no. And it automatically, it actually answers some of the questions that are already inside. So it's saying, do you have any dependents applying with you? Yes or no? If you say yes here, then of course it will automate and say, you'll have to say whether you have dependents, okay? If yes, additional documents are required, email us for details. Do you have any medical conditions and stuff like that? Do you have any physical condition? How did you hear about Everett Community College? Please say that you heard about this college from me. Just write my name, Lucy. Yeah, and then here you have to select which quarter you plan to begin. So quarter basically means semester. Which semester do you want to start with? Fall semester starts in September. Like right now we're in September. Which year do you want to start next year? For example, winter, spring, summer, whichever. It's pretty straightforward, guys. There's nothing much you're hiding. Student home and current address. Okay, so write your address. If you don't have a postal code, look for someone who has like a postal code if you know anyone. If you don't know, when you're responding to the email for the school, if the school asks you to fill it, you'll just say you don't have an address, so that they just communicate everything via email, okay? There's always a way to this kind of things. There's always a way, okay? Do not feel discouraged until you don't have a postal code and stuff like that. Remember to put your emergency contact, okay? This is someone you trust. Of course, put 2. You never know. Okay, I-20 must be sent directly to applicant. Where would you like your documents to be sent? If you have an address, if you have an email, I will suggest if they can email them to you, the better, especially if you don't have any physical address. Okay, we have education. Which program would you like to apply to study? Is it English? Is it college? Is it transfer, intended major? Of course, here you're writing college, okay? Don't write high school and these other ones. List all high schools where you've gone to. List them. Make sure you answer and list everything truthfully, because that's the catch. If you fail to say everything, you might get denied. But this process is so simple. Like, guys, it's so simple. I want you to try. Make sure you just try and tell me in the comment section, Lucy, I tried this and I got a response and this is what they've told me. I just need to look for my bank statement or something. This process, so in the beginning, I say it's a community college. They offer 2-year degrees. They don't offer masters in community colleges. They don't offer PhDs, okay? But since coming here through this, you must choose a course that is at least 2 years plus. That's how the embassy will make sure that you get a visa, because the embassy doesn't want to give you a course for 1 year. That doesn't make sense. So choose a course that you're going to stay more than 2 years. And the courses are right here on the website. I'll show you. Statement of financial responsibility. Who is going to pay for you? Is it personal? Is it scholarship? Is it family sponsor? You see, there's a family sponsor, my friend. And then make sure you attach your bank statement. You sign in, and the signature page, read the international student admission policy. All right. Yeah, that's it. So photograph, image, you just sign your name there. Just make sure, you make sure you sign, because this is like saying your images. If they take your images while you're at school, they will upload it on their website. So you agree to that. And then health and medical insurance. Notice, let me even zoom this. All international students, with exception of students with medical insurance approved by their government school, it shows that you are required to purchase a Firebird health insurance for every quarter through the college itself. The health insurance does not cover vision or dental. Let's talk about this. Here in the US, they always want everyone to have health insurance. You never know what could happen. And with this pandemic era, you need to be protected at all costs, because family is not here and hospitals here are very expensive. So just follow what the school is trying to say. Firebird health insurance through the school, it offers, I don't know how much it is, we can check, but once you apply is when now you're going to identify and see how much you'll be paying. It's not even more than at $50 per month or $100. It's cheaper because you're a student. On campus housing, this is where another trick. I understand that as an international student enroll at EVCC, who will be 17 years old, I am required to live in the student housing on campus until I'm granted an exemption from the student housing director or designee. So the beauty of this thing, they already tell you they have hostels, they have a place you can stay. So your work is just to come in, step in here, start going to class, start discovering that there are cheaper places to pay outside, because this one, you're actually paying the hostels for the school, and it's slightly expensive or cheaper, I'm not sure. I don't stay in the school, so you can ask them how much the cost of that. And then this is another form. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're a parent for someone who is under 18 years of age, this is the form you include for minors. You sign in, and make sure you protect your kids, okay? This application is so easy, anyone. And the beauty of it, you can fill it online. Ooh, you can fill it online. You don't even need to print this, but eventually you'll print it because you're going to send it via DHL to the address provided. So let me show you the address once again. The address is on the first page. Please submit your application here. For more information, additional information, call this number. You can call them via WhatsApp, but they also have a Zoom number, I think, where you can just call via Zoom. So this is the address where you send your application. And guys, that's it. Voila, you have your application sent in. And there's a video here for the people who will be interested for the school for more details. But as you can see, the school fees is around $22,538. And basically, imagine that's how you do it. There's no rocket science about it, okay? There's nothing. So let's see which courses you can do as an international student. Mhm. Academics. Where is my academics? Where is it? Okay, so let's see about the cost. The cost for international students here. This is Washington residence cost. So we will go to tuition fees for non-resident budget. Non-resident budget is about $25,000. That's 2.5 million per year. So this figure, let it not confuse you or shock you. Okay, this is non-resident. This is probably international. Let me go to the international part and see. You'll probably see it when you start choosing and choosing a course. You will see the amount of school fees that you're going to pay. So don't let this number frighten you. Like living expenses, $11,000. It's because they've just done an average estimate for people who come in, or if you want to be a student. And the fact is, this figure is on the higher side, actually. It's very, very high. But chances are you're going to have used this much. You see, like this personal stuff, $2,000. I don't think it's gonna be expensive like that. And then 930 for books and supplies. I can tell you for a fact, when you become a student, you can rent books on Amazon for even just $10 for a whole semester. You don't need to buy one book $150 or $200 because those books are this big. They are so big. You don't need to buy that book. You can just rent it out for $10 to $15. I do that. I don't buy any books. I just rent it on Amazon. And when you come here, everything will flow. So if you have any more questions, just ask me, okay? Ask me in the comment section. It is so simple, yani guys. So let's go to parts, majors. Yes, let's go to majors.